क्योंकि फर्क पड़ता है. And yes, presenting to you our second speaker duo of Numerous 6, Abhiraj Rajadhaksha and Niyati Mavin Kurve from Abhi and You. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for inviting us over here. It's always nice to talk to youngsters and figure out what they are thinking about our content, what they are thinking about our country. It's just nice to interact. And it's the first time we are doing it like a virtual event. So let's see how it goes.
Yes. And yes, thank you so much for joining us because we were excited for Abhi and You, like the most realist people, like everyone. I was asking audience question and they are like, मतलब इतने speakers के लिए इतने speakers के लिए, Abhi and You के लिए इतना सारा question. So like they are like, shit, man. मतलब, but yes, thank you so much for joining in. Oh, I didn't introduce myself. I'm Akash, and I'm your host and those for some time. I hope आगे भी बन सकता हूँ, but yeah.
Hi, Akash.
Hi. Yeah. So Abhi and You, my first question to you is, there's this one thing which is common and we have all understood, that WhatsApp forwards, okay? Don't read them, ignore them, yeah, check your facts, do not forward them again. Like WhatsApp forwards, we have all understood it. They are not the actual picture. But I feel that the next upgrade of WhatsApp forwards is the video content which people are making. Okay, now you guys have worked hard and you've got a good following and people trust you with their news and stuff, everything. But people who are going to join in, for them, if they are creating this content, I feel like the next upgrade of WhatsApp forwards is the video content which people are making. Okay, so do you think there's gonna be a situation जहां पे आगे लोग ट्रस्ट ना करें कि ये वीडियो सही है कि गलत है, क्या ये वीडियो सच है कि गलत है?
No, definitely. It is already happening. Deep fakes are real. So basically, what is a deep fake? There is, just take our example. All right. There is a lot of video of our expressions available on the internet. There is a lot of data for our voice available on the internet. So people can just pick up a lot of data of our voice and our faces and just morph it onto somebody else's face and make us say stuff that we have not said before. So deep fakes are real. So that this technology already exists. A simple, a very dumbed down version of deep fakes is there in your Instagram or on your Snapchat, where anybody can wear anybody's mask. And if you have a good person who can mimic other person, like the mimicry, just the audio mimicry, if you can do that, then it is possible to fool people. So just think about it. We are nobody, but then if this happens to somebody like the president or the president of the United States or the prime minister of our country, then it is going to be dangerous. And see, the danger with WhatsApp is that there is no way of checking the original source of that information. So for example, if I want to spread some sort of fake news and I create a video and I just forward it to 100 groups I'm a part of, and then it just multiplies from there. It just becomes viral. Like it literally goes viral from 1 to 100 and 100 to 10,000. It just takes a matter of seconds to reach that number of people. So yes, it is going to be dangerous and there is work going on, but then no matter how much we tell people to be careful about it, to check the sources and everything, people, it's possible to make some technology idiot proof, but it's not possible to make idiots idiot proof. So yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, but yeah, and you want to add something?
No. I agree with what he says. The dangers of WhatsApp are very much, possible. Like a lot of narrative and news gets construed through WhatsApp forwards as well. So very easy to like cut a part of a video or stitch some part of a video and just share that and then make stuff go viral and so then that.
And literally, let me give you one more example. Just 2-3 days ago, we made a video about a KBC scam that is happening, where they have cut bits and pieces of Amitabh Bachchan's voice and put it on top of an image of Amitabh Bachchan. See, Amitabh Bachchan's images are available on Google. Any school student can just download it. It's in public. Plus Kaun Banega Crorepati episodes are there online, or people can just take a recording of a TV episode and just cut those bits and pieces. I have literally put it in the video that they have cut 3 separate segments which say that बधाई हो 25 लाख रुपए जीते हैं ये कार्ड में. ऐसे 2 अलग-अलग चीजें have just combined. And see, for you and me, maybe we will be able to decode it that this is probably a fake. But as technology progresses, it's going to be more and more difficult for a regular person to determine whether something is fake or real.
Okay. So like suppose you guys have a huge following right now. So maybe, whatever content you guys are making, you guys would be able to, the people can trust you guys. Okay. But someone like a new creator, suppose if I'm joining in now with at least 1,000, 2,000 following. Okay. If I'm trying to upload these type of contents, what are the things I should be doing then? Like, I don't know, because people wouldn't be trusting me so easily.
That's a difficult question, but a creator can only. I mean, this trust that you're talking about comes for. You put up a certain amount of videos. Either your video has to be super well made, which is filled with a lot of actual research and has something more than just taking headlines from different articles and chipkawing it in one place. So then you have to either make a really 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 kick-ass video, or you've got to keep consistently making videos that are good, so that people have a reason to come to you. So those are the only two ways that any new creator can be trusted.
See, firstly, it is difficult to get an audience. I mean, it took us a lot of videos to reach where we are right now. So for somebody who is just starting out, the first thing he should ask himself is the content or the videos that he is making, whether he himself would watch those videos or that content if he had not made it. So that is the thing that a person should do, that be honest to himself. And when you are honest to yourself, naturally what you are going to put out, you will be more and more ethical towards it. So I think that's the logical progression, that first you be honest to yourself, then you be ethical to your audience, then you be honest to your audience, and that's how you will grow. You will be able to fool your audience once if you are just lying about something, but you will not be able to do it consistently over a period of years.
Okay.
The audience is, I mean, a general audience understands if you are trying to fake it for a really long time.
Okay. Oh, bye, guys. Before asking my next question, I really want to ask you, क्या मैंने आप लोगों का नाम सही लिया था? Because I was stressed since yesterday. I was stressed since yesterday when Abhi told me कि people call me Abhishek or Abhimanyu, and I was like, मैं पूरा नाम ले रहा हूँ यार, अब कुछ गलत ना होना चाहिए.
No, we were quite impressed.
I was actually going to say thank you. Like the first thing I was going to say is, okay, hi Akash, thanks for pronouncing our names properly. Because I have had people come on YouTube when we premiere our videos and they're like, hi Neo, how is Abhimanyu? I'm like, who is Abhimanyu? Your husband, madam. I'm like, no, my husband's name is Abhiraj. Video ke end mein likhte hain, zara dekh lo. Like, who is Abhimanyu?
I mean, I can still understand with my last name. It is it's quite a mouthful, but still, at least people can get my first name right. That's something that
I was practicing since yesterday only. जैसी phone काटा ना वैसी अभी मैं कल रात से ही practice कर रहा था.
The easiest way of doing it is just write it in Devanagari. I mean, I don't know if it.
True.
Yeah.
That's true.
The easiest way of learning any different language is to write it in Devanagari, because Devanagari is, how can I say, phonetic. Devanagari is more or less phonetic.
You know
like
the
what you.
pronunciation.
No, see, basically, English is not. I mean, what you write is not necessarily what you pronounce, right? So it is quite complicated with English. But if you know how to write it in Devanagari, even if you are learning a different language, like a friend of mine had told me that when he was in Brazil and he was learning their language, then he used to write everything in Devanagari. So then he would get the pronunciation right. So yeah, that's what you should do.
Okay, guys, you got the tip. Next time अगर कोई पूछ रहा है तो देख लेना. But yes, I'm getting audience question like there's one question from Khushi. It's how do you decide what topics to focus on and what format to use?
See, we partially answered that question before, that first you have to be honest to yourself. I ask myself, like we ask ourselves firstly this question, that if this video was made by somebody else, would we just go ahead and watch that video regardless of who has made it? So we try to make the stuff that we would like to see. So that's the first thing. Secondly, we believe in constructive criticism. If we have some sort of good solutions to add on to the situation, then we go ahead and make it. If we are just going to explain what the problem is, then it's not really worth it. And
so basically it's all about topics that we want to talk about, like some things that we think are important in all of our content, whether it's stories, whether it's reels, whether it's the videos that we make. We feel we need to explain something, we feel we need to talk about something particular topic, whether it's climate change or personal finance or agriculture. It's just things we feel that we need to talk about.
We don't really consider whether a topic has a mass appeal or not. We try to, for example, we have been speaking a lot about the environment. Niyati keeps talking a lot about making bioenzymes on stories or planting trees in plastic bottles. If you can see behind us, those are plastic bottles in which we have planted some trees. So we keep talking about it a lot because we believe that if you are doing something good, it is your duty to brag about it. Okay, it's not about it's your duty to brag about it, because if you brag about it and more people notice that you are getting attention for doing something good, then more people are inspired to do something good.
Yeah.
So brag about doing something good. So
So
if it
actually
is
do good and then brag about it.
yeah,
Don't
do
just
good
don't
and then do
don't
good and
don't
brag about it.
don't
Obviously,
brag about it like, you know, a faker. Like,
yeah,
it's
brag is a
very
bad word.
brag is a bad word because it's very easy to brag about stuff and everybody just brags about it online. But do the job first and then show people what you're
Yeah,
doing.
I mean, doing the job gives you the bragging rights. So yeah,
Okay. Yes,
right.
I agree with that. There are a lot of questions coming in. One is asking like, what do you seek or hunt while traveling?
Right now, though, we forgot how we used to travel because since last around 8 months we have not traveled.
Dude, we have lost the habit of traveling in a rickshaw
You have to
also.
speak a little loudly.
We have lost the habit of like traveling in a rickshaw also. Whenever the rickshawala drives rashly, we're holding onto the edge of the rickshaw thinking, have we forgotten to sit in a rickshaw or have they forgotten how to drive? So
Yeah.
I don't know how it feels. Like last year we traveled in like public buses and all that, you know, like state ST buses in Karnataka and Kerala, and they were driving rashly. Our luggage was like literally running across the bus. So yes, बहुत time
But like
pass
when you used to travel, when you used to
Yeah.
travel, tab kya?
When we used to travel, we used to travel for stories. So because when we were traveling, we were doing this series called 100 Reasons to Love India. So when we were doing that series, we were almost uploading one video every alternate day. So that meant that once I have uploaded tonight's video, then tomorrow I have to shoot the video that I'm going to upload next. So we were always jumping from one video to another. So we didn't really have a lot of time to think about how we are traveling. We were chasing stories. So we have been to Ladakh, but then we have not seen any of the tourist attractions.
We've not gone outside Leh.
Yeah.
To be really honest.
Yeah, I mean, we have not gone to all the touristy places. We were just
We've
wherever.
not gone to Kargil. We've not gone to Pangong Lake. We've not gone to what is that? Magnetic Hill and Khardungla and all.
Yeah,
We've not
so
gone
you
anywhere.
can't really say that we have traveled a lot. We have been to Meghalaya, but we haven't been to the Double Route Bridge. So I mean, we have visited these places, but we were thinking about stories, that wherever we were getting stories, wherever we were getting to meet people who would talk to us and give us some good content. So we were following them. So yeah, that's how we would travel. But now once everything goes back to normal, we want to relax and travel as well. We want to seek some sort of good experiences that we would like to show to people. I mean, we were just thinking about going to Australia because we want to see the Great Barrier Reef.
Yeah, before it turns white.
Yeah. So I mean, the whole thing is we want to go to places to give people some sort of perspective, because if we go over there and if we actually can show how beautiful that place is, then people might understand what is our role in you know, destroying it or saving it.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Ouch. Ouch. Savage. But yes, this question is especially for people who are listening right now. What do you want to tell to those students who don't find it worth staying in India after graduating because of the poor standard of living in India?
No, I feel it's up to them. I mean, I don't want to be preachy. I don't want to... See, everybody has their own journey. I should not, I'm nobody to tell you what to do with your life. It's your life. But see, I feel the enemy over here is mediocrity. All right. Wherever you are, refuse to be mediocre. Okay. It makes no sense if you are abroad and still you are stuck in a job that you don't like. All right. If you are abroad, go over there and be excellent at whatever you're doing. I mean, I feel Satya Nadella or Sundar Pichai. He is doing a lot of stuff for India. I mean, we were just talking about it the other day that he has, I mean, Google as a company has put up Wi-Fi hotspot, Wi-Fi stations everywhere on railway stations.
Yeah.
So that's a good initiative, right? So as the CEO is somebody who's Indian, probably this might be like he might have some sort of emotional, what do you call it? Emotional connection to India, and he would do something to India. So he does not have to be in India. But yes, staying over here and trying to solve problems is what we need, because we people who are educated enough, we people who can think beyond survival, I mean just earning for surviving, the people who can do that are the people who can actually solve the problem, are the people who are the cream of this country. And if the cream of this country leaves this country, then who will realize the dream that is this country? So we keep seeing it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, that's the thing. We are nobody to tell you ki go, but if you think that the poor standard of living or quality, I agree that there's a lot of natural beauty in a lot of places abroad. But a lot of people over there still have this 9 to 5 job. If you're going to go abroad and you're going to have this fantastic life without working a job and everything, that's not how it is. People over there live a simple life as well. They go to work on weekdays and then they do the laundry on weekends and do their shopping on weekends and they travel on weekends as well. So they do that over there as well, and they do that over here as well. So if you want to go abroad for the right reasons. That's what I'm trying to say.
I mean, don't wherever you go, yeah, doesn't have to be abroad. It could be another city as well. It could be like moving from a village to a bigger city. Just don't move because you're escaping something. Yeah. So that's what I want to say. Because if you are trying to escape something, then you will get trapped into something else that you had not expected.
Coming to your content again, whenever we ask some big guy who comes for a motivation talk or something, they say, how do you do these things? And the guy will say ki, be a beginner always. But whenever people are just, after that talk, they'll be motivated, but जब घर जाने के बाद अगर लोग कुछ भी करेंगे, right, they won't stop think कि भाई let me be a beginner again. Okay, they'll just do the routine task and they'll leave. Okay, but there would be one thing constant. सब में वो एक चीज constant रखती है, that we purposely keep that thing constant. सब मेरा है कि I always believe that I'll always be a fool. So that will allow me to be embarrassed in front of people, but I can learn and I can also bring a sense of purity in whatever conversation I do. If I'm doing a conversation with you, or if whatever I'm doing. So what are the things you keep constant whenever you're making those videos? Because I've seen the kind of videos you guys make. They don't require promotions. It's like people will automatically promote themselves. Like ऐसा हो जाता है कि भाई वीडियो देख के ना ऐसा automatically अंदर से ऐसा लग जाता है, ऐसा वैसा हो जाता है. So what is that one thing constant you guys keep that you don't let it to die?
हम घासलेट को gigabytes
में convert करके इसके में पूछने नहीं वाला था, but ठीक है, लो लगा ही था.
Yeah. I don't know. We try to inspire people. There's this book called Start With Why, which says that there are only two ways of actually getting some sort of action from the people. One is manipulating them, and one is inspiring them. So I think we just try to inspire people, and so far we have been somewhat successful in that. So that's what we try to do. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know, man, like what do we do differently is that we just treat each video as the thing. So we work really, really hard for it. Like I feel like people online don't talk about the importance of hard work. Like it's very simple. People ask us, how do we do our videos? How do we do our content? How do we do our research? And the simple answer is hard work. Like I will be reading news articles all the time without the expectation of return. Now I was hearing this amazing podcast yesterday by Seth Godin, and then he said this amazing line that in our whole life we always live our life by this question ki what should I study so that I don't fail. So he said, instead of that, ask yourself this question: what would you do even if you knew you would fail? And I was like, whoa, that is it. Whenever you're doing anything, what would you do if you knew you were going to fail? So that's what we do for our videos. Even if we knew the video, even if there was a chance the video would bomb, but we really felt we wanted to do it, we would do it.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it just happens that in the beginning of this month, we made the longest video that we have made so far. It was about the farm bills. These are 3 really complicated bills, and agriculture is not something that you and I discuss every day, you and I understand. So it took us a lot of time. It took Niyati a lot of reading. She actually read all the bills. She actually compared what is the situation around the country, and then came to the conclusions. And it is around 13 to 14 minutes long. but still the process, it was both, it was enjoyable as well and it was hectic as well. But once everything was done, before, I mean, we when once the video is done, it is more about the journey of making the video than the ultimate end result, because we know that ultimately it doesn't matter if it's going to impact 100 people or 10,000 people or even one person. It doesn't matter. It is going to be a good video and it is going to impact somebody, and that makes a difference.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like people, when they ask us a lot of questions about content, about how we do our research, about what career they should you choose or what podcast they should listen to, it's all with the expectation of getting something in return. And therein lies their whole problem. You are not doing what you're doing for the right reasons, and then you'll always go wrong 100%. Why do you want to learn about personal finance? Because you want to get rich quick. You want to fail, because that is not how it works. Investment is a long term journey. So if you think about, अरे आज मेरे को 2 लाख रुपए चाहिए मेरे इन्वेस्टमेंट से, तो ऐसा नहीं होने वाला. You're going to fail automatically. You're going to fail, you're going to lose your money. That's how it is. Similarly, when it comes to creating content, if you're not into it for the right reasons, if you're not into doing anything for the right reasons, whether it is research, if you're not reading for the love of reading, then you've lost it there and then. You will never know how to judge कि ये article अच्छा है या नहीं, if I can rely on this article. A lot of these things are like unspoken. It's the same thing when Abhiraj will put some particular punchline or joke in the video. Like when we made the video about 3 startups, he put, because the fellow quit Microsoft, he put that Microsoft cut shutdown sound. So that just it comes as a result of practice, as a result of doing things again and again and again. So that's how it is. So he's into it for the right reasons, and that's why you get the result that you do.
What are the kind of content you think is missing, which even you guys are not able to create it?
Difficult question, because we believe that if something is missing, then we should just go ahead and do it. But I feel more solution oriented content is missing, because the more the merrier.
At least in like popular media, we're very used to cribbing about stuff and tweeting about stuff with a million hashtags and expecting the issue to get resolved.
See, yes, good point. No sort of content is missing. The audience is missing.
Yeah.
Because see, what is happening right now is there is this website called 101 Reporters, which is connecting rural reporters to mainstream media. So that is how, if you have seen the Netflix show Jamtara, that's how the story came into existence, that there was actually a rural reporter who started reporting that cyber crimes are happening from this town in Jharkhand maybe, called Jamtara. And then it slowly got into mainstream media, and now you can see a Netflix series which is very interesting. So this is the power of local journalism. The actual thing that is missing over here is audience. So I don't think any sort of content is missing. It's just not reaching the masses yet.
Okay. 50% of the population below 25 years. Okay. What do you think the youth needs to do right now? Like the things which we need to do in our day-to-day job, which can help us, आगे जाके 10 साल के vision में, that will help India grow.
Lot of things.
It depends on your field, but then I'll give a very simple answer. I had asked this same question to Sri Ravi Shankar, and he gave this answer, that you have to stop being a drop to be a part of the ocean. So you have to expand the definition of what is yourself, and then everything will be all right. If yourself is just yourself, if you are just thinking about your own personal development, then you will fail in growing as a citizen. But if your definition of yourself is a good father, a good family, a good member of a family, a good son, or a good citizen, then the development of the environment around you is your development. So that's the only principle that you should follow, that expand the definition of yourself, become a part of your environment. So when your environment grows, you grow. Simple.
Yeah, and my thing is that we have a lot of youth, so it's high time that we start talking about a lot of conversation about the life that we will have in the next 30, 40, 50 years. It's high time we address issues like population, pollution, climate change, and talk about them very frankly, because we're going to get screwed if we don't do anything about it. All the how would we say it, almost 70 crores of population of ours that is under 25 will produce another 140 crores,
Yeah.
I'm assuming, in the next 20 years, and that is unsustainable. So there are deep questions about our population, about the environment, about what we're doing, and all of these things add up to the quality of life that people want to escape from over here in India. So unless you have these hard conversations, it's not going to be a positive outlook, and that's the reason why I feel like people, for the youth to go ahead, it's time they start having more of these productive discussions rather than simply trying to trend hashtags on Twitter and typing spam comments to get attention.
Yeah, I hope we have this conversation once again, a good hard conversation. Thank you so much,
Thank
Abhi and
you.
you.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.